Hello guys, this is Jamea and welcome back to the next episode over on 2B2T. Now, I am obviously on my main account and I have actually got premium queue on my main account. I did buy it, it was actually $20. That's quite a good deal, although I did start in the queue 47, which is very high for what normally actually is. But I'm going to be talking to you a bit at the start about what the actual queues now actually are, and if you want to skip this bit and don't want to know about the queues, then I will put a link top row description. Well, put the time so you can skip to there, so you don't need to listen to all this if you don't want to, but I would recommend listening if you play on here or want to know something more. So currently there are two parts to the server. You've got the normal queue, which is linked with the vet queue, and then you've got the premium queue. So you've got 75 slots for one and 75 slots for the other. So let's say you've got your 75 slots for the premium queue. All of those 75 slots go to premium members. And then you've got the other side of the server, which is actually another 75 slots, both going onto the same server, but there's different things. And on that other one, you have actually got where you have the vet queue, and then you have the normal queue for normal players. And so, yeah, that's that. Now, on the other queue, you've obviously got veterans, and they get put at the front of the queue or behind behind the last veteran in the queue. So normally that goes up to about 20 maximum veterans in there at once, and it's normally about 5 to 10 minutes wait to get in on there in an average time. Then obviously you've got the two sides of the queue coming in and joining the same server, so it's half and half pretty much now. And so yeah, it's just I'd say about the premium queue. Obviously I've watched Rush's video about this, and it is he obviously he owns the plugin for it. Well, his developers own the plugin for it, and he makes money from it, and so does the old owner. Well, not the old owner, the owner makes more than 50% from it. So it goes probably about 40% Russia and 50% of the old owner, which I cannot in fact remember his name at the moment. So that's a little bit awkward. But yeah, I'm in the queue, and this is probably taking me about not half an hour, call it about 20 minutes to join. Well, it will have taken me, it says estimating 8 minutes remaining. Hopefully that'll be good. That should be 8 minutes. And so yeah, in this video I just thought I'd talk a bit about that, and then what I'm going to be doing is actually I'm going to be showing you guys how to escape from spawn. And that's pretty much that. I'm going to be telling you how to escape from spawn and how to actually set up your base. Alright, so we are actually now on the server, and I am on my main account now, which is obviously the Jamea account. So _Jamea_, there you go. And yeah, I've just spawned in the spawn. I have nothing, and I'm going to get my coordinates up, and I am going to be showing you guys where a place is where you can get food. So, I believe that was the my brightness going off. Okay, so here we go. So we currently are in a bad place. So what I recommend you to do is pretty much just jump off a cliff until you are at the coordinates roughly 0 and then negative. So this is a bad place, so I'm going to jump off, although it would be a good place normally, but not the way I'm going to be showing you. So I am going to do the /kill. I'm going to come back, but yeah, that would normally be a good spawn. You're pretty far out, and this is also a bad spawn, so I'm going to jump here and quite possibly jump down here. Oh, and there's a wither there as well. So let's respawn again. And we're currently in another bad position, so I'm going to be back with you guys when we've actually got into a good position. Alright guys, so we have actually got a good spawn This time we got a negative high Z, which is just what we want. We're going to try and increase that. And we've also got a negative Z. That is not needed too much, but it is always good to have. So what we're going to be doing is we are going to be literally just running out. We're going to be trying to find the Z negative highway, I believe, which goes in that direction. And I'm going to be doing a bit of time lapse of this, guys, and then I'm going to be back. Oh, and I just want to say what you should always do when you're traveling on the copper monsters, do it in pretty much vanilla, because otherwise you do actually make loads of falls and you lose like that. Even that would have been worse if I was using B-hop or anything like that. Gotta make sure you try and obviously don't take fall damage. Try not to try not to sprint where possible. Obviously if someone's chasing you, then sprinting is obviously an option, but I wouldn't recommend it, because if you have food you always have the upper hand against somebody who doesn't. And yeah, here we are. So we are currently at a lava curtain going along here, so we may need to try and find a spot to get past it. So obviously we're going a bit parkour, but shouldn't be too bad at all. There we go. So it's going on 2 ticks per second. Not the best, but anyway. So we'll go under here. Let's get out of here. We don't particularly want to be in here if it's possible. Okay, we've already travelled quite a long way this way, so I may actually try and get some blocks. I'll get this dirt, and carry blocks on you. If you can find dirt near spawn, then that's really good normally. And obviously with this ticks per second, it's not working out for me at the moment, so we may actually have to go back in and try and find a different way out. And it does look like I am actually trapped, so we are going to need to wait until we can break this dirt, or see a different piece of dirt. Will that work? No. Oh gosh, rip. So it looks like we are going to be probably trapped in here for some time, unless we can make it out this way. But I don't really want to be going down further, but it's hard anyway, so I'm just going to attempt to make it out this way. Looks like we can go this way, but I really don't. Look, we've already been losing health and hunger, so it looks like that health may not actually regen. Okay, it has. We've only on half a hunch. Oh no, we're trapped. Looks like we are going to need to be trying to get. Okay, quick tip here: don't try and escape spawn when they've got a really low TPS, because you cannot get blocks, and it is so annoying to try and find your way out of here. Now hopefully this is a way out. So we are actually out of there now, and yeah, now just don't run whilst you're escaping spawn. Try and make it so you've got enough health as possible, you've got enough hunger as possible, preferably keeping your hunger as high as possible until you have food, and your health as high until you get food. Just don't do anything silly whilst you're escaping. And yeah, this is pretty much the way you've got to go now. I am going to be trying to find the highway, and make sure you have all your hacks on, like you have tracers, you have name tags, you have all of the stuff on. And also I would not recommend any speed hacks for this. That is mainly because it does use a lot of hunger with all those speed hacks and stuff like that. Now I have actually found a portal here, so I would normally go into that and see if I can run along that way and see if there is anything else there, but because I'm going to be showing you guys how to get out, then I can't exactly go in there. So anyway, we're in here, and I am probably going to travel on top, and here we go. We are pretty much now just going to be running this way. Quick tip there, guys, don't go AFK and run. Alright guys, so we have finally reached the place, and yeah, obviously we can see I did donate some food a couple of days ago, well, a few hours ago actually. Now this actually food isn't actually from me. I left about 10 melons in the middle. As you see there, food donated by Jamea, and it looks like somebody else has added to it or taken away, and then someone else has added. But this is what I wanted to say. So if we now go up here, then you will see that we have a melon highway. So if we continue traveling now, here we go. Okay, if we continue going all the way along here, we will see melons. Now this, if you are low on hunger, what you better off doing is actually AFKing here, where there are lots of fully grown ones, and from that you'll be able to actually get melons, and then you'll be able to obviously carry on with your journey on the server. So obviously it looks like the TPS is increased and it's doing better now. So finally melons, this is how you get food. Now I do actually have a spawn base, and it does actually have a farm, and it has an area where I am actually going to go to now before I get geared up on my main account, so we can then go out and meet Lolfish on his account, which I was playing on a couple of weeks ago or a couple of days ago. Out there, millions of blocks out. I'm going to try and travel out to there, and we are actually going to be moving away from that village, because obviously you can track villages, and probably not the best idea. That was actually only about 1.5 million blocks out to 2 million, somewhere in that region, but we're not going to say much more on that. And yeah, so obviously this way is you can run along here, get further out, you're harvesting melons as you're going. Obviously if you do find anywhere that has been broken, then please do replant. I'm going to keep all of this going so other people, or people like you, can actually come and get this, get all these melons, and so you can survive and start off on the server. So this is how I started off the first time. No, it's not. This is how I've started off. This is how I normally start off now if I do actually ever die, and I spawn back at spawn like I just did a couple of minutes ago, and that's why I'm showing you this video. So obviously here you've got a bigger farm, and this was built ages and ages and ages ago. I have a tree farm here, although I do believe it's actually being used, or yeah, not the best one, but it looks like I had lots of big trees that I've chopped down here. Anyway, obviously you can see in here a little enclosed area. They probably used this to, back in the day, back in the thousands and thousands of Minecraft nights Minecraft nights ago. Yes, finally, there we go. And now let us pick it up. Perfect. So yeah, please do actually not grief this. I am actually helping you guys out by giving you this quick food tip round here. If you do see each one of us, message them saying I'm friend, came from Jamie, stuff like that, and then they will know you're subbed, and then you may even team and not kill each other, and that would be really good. And I've just broken one. Okay, so break one, make sure you replant. That is one of the main things you need to do. If you do accidentally break them like I just did, make sure you replant, because we do want to be able to keep this going for everyone. And there are actually other ones, so if you would like me to show you other ones, other places near spawn or a couple of thousand blocks out, you can reach. Now I did actually only lose 2 hunger bars from getting here, which was actually really good, and bearing in mind I was like 3,000 blocks out, that is actually pretty impressive. And I would actually like to say that this here goes for don't know what I'm on about. I was going to say millions of blocks, but this goes for a good few thousand blocks. So if you are actually lucky, you may actually be able to see some spawners Now, one thing I would recommend, geez, what are all these? One thing I would recommend is when you are starting off, is go along one of these and then go off maybe 1,000 blocks, a couple of thousand one direction, prefer probably that direction somewhere along here, and find a spawner, settle down, make yourself a farm, make yourself a pumpkin farm, make yourself a. If you're going to need a pumpkin farm, you are going to need a chicken farm and a sugarcane farm as well to make pumpkin pie. But I would recommend a melon or even a wheat to start off with and set up near a skeleton spawner so you can actually then farm farm that, make bone meal, get a load of bread, and then you'll be able to have loads of bread so you can actually then go out far enough so that you can get that metal grew in front of us. So go out far enough, like into the millions. Like if you really want to, don't get caught, go over 10 million blocks out, but that will just take hours. It'll pretty much take days to come back to spawn, and if you do actually ever lose your bed there, then you'll never be able to go back to there unless you spend weeks trying to get out there again. So I would recommend bases really far out, but obviously ours was only 1.5 mil to 2 million blocks. But yeah, anyway, so I am sorry, this is actually only a smaller episode. It's not really got much gameplay, mainly just me telling you guys how to get started on here. And what we actually are going to be doing is we are going to be doing 2v2 videos, hopefully 2 times a week, 3 times a week, roughly 2 or 3. And if you did like it, you did find it useful, please subscribe. It means a lot if you could subscribe. We are coming close to 1,000 subs. I do believe in about a month's time we will be on 1,000 subs. If you do want me to do anything for 1,000 subs, I know it's a long way away now. It's about 180. Oh, these are my swords and stuff from earlier. I came along here anyway. In fact, is there a chest near here? If I find a chest, I'm going to put these in so one of you guys can come and get these and hopefully help you get set off. In fact, buy this workbench here. Bam, bam. There you go. You can get them if you come in there and need some tools. So that's that. And if you do want me to do anything for 1,000 subs, please say. I don't know if I'll do a face reveal, but I might do if I get lots of support on some of these videos. And yeah, if you do want to do any other videos on 2b2t, explaining anything like how to dupe on here, other stuff like that, how to travel really far out, any stuff like that. If you want me to do any base tours of people's bases that I find on here, or if you have a base that I can tour on here, yeah, if you have a base I can tour, preferably not too far out, but that would be really good if I could actually come and tour some bases, get some of those bits going in the channel. That'd be really good, those videos. And until next time, can we hit 30 likes for this video? And yeah, I will see you guys in the next 2b2t episode. Goodbye.